Hello everyone, welcome back in my class of CIS 3158 Mobile Applications and Game Development. Now we are in week number 5 and in this week you will use Apache Cordova, a new framework for the development of the JavaScript application for smartphones or for mobile phones. This is part number 1 lecture of week 5. And I will start this session by giving a quick recap of what we did in week number 1 to week number 4. And then I will be giving the agenda for this week session. So here you can see, we will take quick recap and then we will discuss the agenda for this week. So as far as the recap of what we did in earlier weeks are concerned, I have given a block diagram which is shown here. So you can see milestone we covered in week number 1, week number 2, week number 3 and 4 are listed here. So in week number 1, the session objective was development of static JavaScript application using the Ember CLI framework. So what you did in week number 1, you completed the pre-recorded video lectures and then tutorial, and then you completed task 1 and you submitted task 1 for marking and feedback, and you got the marks for task 1 and feedback also. In week number 2, you extended your application of week number 1 by adding new external server. So you added external server in week number 1, and that is why we call it dynamic JavaScript applications using Ember CLI. You completed the video lectures, you completed the tutorials, and you completed task 2 also. In week 3, you extended what you implemented in week number 2. So you extended your project by adding interface using a new framework which is known as SLJS. And then what you did, you completed lectures, video lectures, you completed the tutorials and task 3 also. You completed task 3 also. In week number 4, you extended your tutorial even little further by adding animations and you with SLJS. So what you did, you added sounds, you created interface for your applications, you completed the lecture and the tutorials successfully, and there was no weekly task given for week number 4. In this week, we are going to work on Cordova, Apache Cordova. So what you are going to do, you are going to use a new framework which is Apache Cordova. So all in all, you are going to use 3-4 different frameworks. One is you are going to use Ember project, you will use Ember, you will use SLJS, then you will use Twin.js. So all these you implemented in earlier week, and this week you are going to use Cordova along with all these frameworks. So you need to set the dependencies in the beginning when you will start working on the tutorial exercise. So in this week I will provide you lecture, pre-recorded video lectures, and during the tutorial session you will work on the programming exercise. So the aim for week 5 session is given here, to explore Apache Cordova. And in order to explore Apache Cordova, you are going to perform 5 different tasks. Task 1 is installation of Cordova. So you will complete this task in the beginning in order to use Cordova. Then you will create a Cordova project like Ember project you created in earlier week. This week you will create a new project using Cordova framework. Then task 3 which you will perform is deploying the project to device. So here what device means, you are going to use a mobile phone, Android mobile phone, better to say Android mobile phone, and whatever applications or game you are developing you will deploy your application in the mobile phone. So this, you want to run this application on the mobile phone. That is what you will do in this session, and this task is something related to what I explained here. Then task 4 is build Ember for Cordova. So you will integrate your Cordova project with Ember CLI, and then you will plug in hardware input. That is, plug in hardware input means you will connect your mobile phone with the computer system, and then you will deploy your application for the execution in the smartphones. So these four or five tasks, key tasks, you are going to complete in this session. So before starting these tasks, we need to first understand what is Cordova and why we use it. So in the next slide, I have given why Apache Cordova. The first reason which I have listed here in response to this question, why Apache Cordova, is mobile applications are creeping in everywhere. So every day, in our day-to-day life, we use mobile phone to perform different types of tasks. It means that the application of mobile device or smartphones are increasing day by day, and we need more app which must be user friendly, so that user can use the app to perform any task with the help of mobile phones. So this is the first reason. Second reason is starting with smartphones and tablets to smartwatches, and soon you will find other. So nowadays we use smartphones, we use tablet PC, we use smartwatches to perform various tasks, and it is believed that in the near future you will see many other applications which will be solved with many other apps which will help the user to perform different tasks. So this is another reason of using or understanding Apache Cordova, because number of apps are increasing day by day, and users are using different apps to perform different tasks. Hence, the application of smartphones are increasing every day in our life. So what I explained here is summarized in this point. So I have listed some screenshot so that you can understand the application of smartphones and the app. So here you can see this user is using the smartphones for health related information. This is smartwatch. We use a smartwatch nowadays. We can listen songs. We can take picture using the cameras given with the smartphones. We can attend any meeting, or we can make a call, or we can attend the call using smart watches. We can control electricity or water related activities using the smartphones. We can order food using the smartphones. So we can have an app which we can use in order to make an order for food. We can use smartphones and smart apps, intelligent apps, for providing the security, and we can use these frameworks for creating user-friendly mobile games. So in this session we will focus on this application, that is, we will use Cordova or other framework for creating a game, mobile-based game. So here I have given the answer for this question based on all these points. So Apache Cordova helps in development and deployment, because we are intended to deploy our application which we are running using the web browser in the PC. We want to run the same application in the mobile phone. So we need to first perform the development of the application, and then how to deploy the application in the smartphones for application into the smartphones. So Apache Cordova supports this, but it has some challenges. So Apache Cordova helps us to address the key challenges. So development of mobile application. So if you are intended to develop a mobile application, what you will do? You will use different tasks. So excessive tasks are, resources are limited. You cannot use all the resources. You are a single developer for the application. You are the only one who is writing the code, who is resolving the issues, who is preparing the report, and different mobile platforms. So there are different mobile platforms. I have enlisted the mobile platform, like some mobile phones are based on Android OS, some mobile phone like Samsung are based on Bada, BlackBerry, iPhone, Migo OS, Palm OS, Symbian OS, Web OS. So there are different platforms given for smartphones. So you are writing an application for one of the platform. It will not work for any other platform. And the question is, if you are developing web-based application, then how you will deploy the application on the mobile phone? So the answer for this question is given in the next slide. So here you can see this is the same diagram what I explained in the previous slide with some additional points. So I have given the additional points as the solution. These all are the problem. In order to address these challenges, we can use Apache Cordova. What Apache Cordova will do? Apache Cordova will use a standard web technology. It supports a standard web technology. Like you can use HTML5, CSS, JavaScript programming language to develop your application. Apache Cordova provides a way to deploy the application on the mobile phone or the smartphone. So what you can do with the help of Apache Cordova, you can use standard web technologies, like you can use these languages, and if you will develop your app using these languages, then Apache Cordova provides some features so that you can deploy your application on the mobile phone. So here when I'm saying deploying the application on the mobile phone means you may have any type of mobile phone. Any type of mobile phone means mobile phone may support any of these platforms. So no need to worry as a developer. What you can do, you can simply use standard web technologies like these languages to develop your application, and once your application is working correctly and you got the expected results, then what you can do, you can use Apache Cordova, and then you can deploy your web application into the mobile phones. So that's all in this session. In the next session, I will explain capabilities of Apache Cordova.